Good afternoon. I'm Charles Garcia, the creator of the Prayer Room, and I would like to do a daily Bible reading in the Prayer Room. I'm actually going to start in Matthew chapter 1 and go through that chapter today, and then tomorrow chapter 2, and so on and so on. Anyway, so to all you out there that love the Bible as much as I do, this is what we're going to do for the Prayer Room, to give kind of an interactive between you and I. Well, my wife too. Anyway, chapter 1 of Matthew, I'm going to say a prayer and then I'm going to start reading. Heavenly Father, as we are here before your throne, we thank you for your word, God, that cleanses us, that teaches us, that shows us who you are. Your word tells us this, God of Israel, that you are with us, that your word, it guides us, it cleanses us, it keeps us, it shows us who you are. Lord, all the prayers out there that people are offering up in the prayer room, we thank you, God, for answering. We thank you, God, for moving on their behalf. In Jesus' name, we praise you and thank you, Lord. Amen. I'll be reading out of the King James Version. The book of the generation of Jesus Christ, the son of David, the son of Abraham. Abraham begat Isaac, and Isaac begat Jacob. Jacob begat Judas and his brethren, and Judas begat Pharez and Zerah of Thamar, and Pharez begat Esrom, Esrom begat Aram. Aram begat Amminadab, Amminadab begat Naasson, Naasson begat Salmon, Salmon begat Boaz of Rechab, Boaz begat Obed of Ruth, and Obed begat Jesse. Jesse begat David the king, and David the king begat Solomon of her that had been the wife of Uriah. Solomon begat Rehoboam, Rehoboam begat Abiah, and Abiah begat Asa. Asa begat Josaphat, Josaphat begat Joram, Joram begat Ozias, Ozias begat Joatham, and Joatham begat Achaz, and Achaz begat Ezekias. And Ezekias begat Manasseh, Manasseh begat Amon, Amon begat Josias, Josias begat Jeconias and his brethren about the time they were carried away to Babylon. After they were brought to Babylon, Jeconias begat Selethiel, Selethiel begat Zerubbabel, Zerubbabel begat Abiad, Abiad begat Eliakim, Eliakim begat Azor, Azor begat Sadok, Sadok begat Achim, Achim begat Eliad, and Eliad begat Eleazar, and Eleazar begat Mathan, and Mathan begat Jacob. And Jacob begat Joseph, the husband of Mary, of whom was born Jesus, who is called Christ. So all the generations from Abraham to David are 14 generations, and from David until the carrying away into Babylon are 14 generations, and from the carrying away into Babylon unto Christ are 14 generations. So we can see, and I know when I first started reading this, I thought to myself, wow, that's a lot of begat, what is this so important? Well, it gives us an idea of the seriousness of the lineage, meaning these people show exactly where Jesus descended from. This gives your lineage and all these guys you can find in the Old Testament. Every one of those names in there, you can find it stories in the Old Testament, like Solomon. You can find a story about him. David, you can find a story about him. Abraham, you can find a story about him. All the way down, all the way to Josiah, you can find a story about him. In the Kings, in the Chronicles, all those guys are back here too. In this, well, up here, but I say back here since it's the Old Testament. But yeah, you can find them there. And what it does is it gives us an idea of how serious, how much this proof that God had kept it the way it's not coincidence, because all these people are supposed to be there, just like us, you and I. If my mom and dad didn't meet and get married and had me, I would not be who I am today. But because they did that, I am. So those two had to meet for me to be who I am right now. All these people had to be where they were. So it shows you the solidity and solidness of Christ. It shows you as you go back. You can check all these guys out back here again, I say. Okay, now let's look at this. Now the birth of Jesus Christ was on this wise. So it's going to give us something about Jesus being born. When his mother Mary was espoused to Joseph, before they came together, she was found with child of the Holy Ghost. She was found with child of the... That's a most profound statement I could ever read. That is the most profound... You know, and I know, they call it the virgin birth. I know this. And they call it immaculate conception. And they call it all these things. You know, they even try to retranslate it again and say, well, maybe it didn't mean that because of Greek and Hebrew. And that's interesting. All that is fine and dandy. But you see, when I study the Word of God, I don't study the Greek or the Hebrew. I study in the Holy Ghost. Why? Because before Greek, before Hebrew, before Adam and Eve, before anyone, before Indians, before Mexicans, before Chinese, anyone is God. And that's where our resources must come from if we want to know the truth. Now, if we want a watered-down version, by all means, go ahead. But if you want the true version, ask God Himself. Okay, so she was found with child of the Holy Ghost. Then Joseph, her husband, being a just man and not willing to make her a public example, was minded to put her away privately. Now, this is understandable. Most of us walk around like that. We walk around in Joseph's position. We walk around like Joseph. Why? Because we wonder, did God really save me? Did God really touch me? Did God really forgive me? We have this big question mark. Did God do what he really did? And we want to put this away privately. But He did what He did. That's why we're here today. Okay, reading His Word. But while he thought on these things, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared to him in a dream, saying, Joseph, thou son of David, fear not to take unto thee Mary thy wife, for that which is conceived in her is of the Holy Ghost. Now, again, it refers to the Holy Ghost. So in order for a child of God to be born again, the Holy Ghost has to be involved. Period. The Holy Ghost has to be there. If it's just an idea, or it's just a good man's speech, or it's just a ministry, or it's just a long time that you finally say, well, the Holy Ghost has to be involved. In Jesus Christ's birth, the Holy Ghost had to be involved. Well, in our birth, in our born again, the Holy Ghost has to be involved. Okay, now we're going to continue on. We're now in verse 21, 121. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Jesus, for he shall save his people from their sins. Notice, it didn't say he might. It didn't say he'll try. It said he shall. Okay. Now all this was done that it be fulfilled, which was spoken of the Lord by the prophet, saying, Behold, a virgin shall be with child, and shall bring forth a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel, which being interpreted is God with us. God with us. That's amazing. That is so amazing. I love the way it's stipulated, the way it's shown. You shall call him this. He will do this, you see. And it was spoken by the prophet, you see. And that's what God does to us. When we are born again, He makes us clean. He makes us whole. He makes us a virgin, if you will. He makes us a virgin for Himself, if you will. You see, that's how He does it. So that's what He's done to us. So this story is for us. Watch this. Then Joseph, being raised from asleep, did as the angel of the Lord had bidden him, and took unto him his wife, and knew her not, till she had brought forth her firstborn son. And he called his name Jesus. You see that there? Now, unlike Joseph, we don't need a dream. I'm not saying you're not going to have a dream. I'm not saying you're not going to dream. I'm not saying you should dream. What I'm saying is, we don't need that kind of push to get us to do things that God wants us to do. Do you know why? Well, see, that's an external. That's an out there thing. When the angel comes and tells him, that's external. You see? We have God internal. He's inside of us. So that's who's going to guide us in what to do. And of course, also, we have one another to encourage each other, to comfort each other, to help each other. Okay, that all deals with Matthew chapter 1, and it has 25 verses in it. So tomorrow we'll get into chapter 2. Okay? Well, God bless you. I just want to do a daily reading in the prayer room to give you an idea, to basically have an interaction between us. Okay? God bless you, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.